Hi, I'm Tasha with Pathways to Peace, and today we are going to read a book called Franklin Forgives. It is a book and a game about forgiveness. Anger, rage, fury. Franklin was not happy. People made him mad. It seemed like everyone was against him. He had been through hard times and people had hurt him. He felt like they should pay for what they had done. Franklin was in a foul mood most days because he carried the anger in his heart. He did not trust people and would keep them at a distance by scaring them away with his anger. Kids were afraid he would call them nasty names or throw things at them if they came too close. Franklin was miserable. Hannah, a girl in his class, saw him sitting alone at recess. She came over and gently asked, "Why are you so angry?" At first, he wanted to lash out at her for asking. However, he saw empathy in her eyes. He decided to be honest. He told her about the anger he felt due to how others had treated him. Hannah asked, "Why are you letting them win?" Confused, Franklin asked, "Let them win? What are you talking about?" Hannah replied, "When you hold on to anger, you are the person who feels the pain. The things that were done continue to hurt you every day because you hold on to the hurt. When you forgive, you finally let go of the pain." "They don't deserve my forgiveness," Franklin gruffly retorted. "I don't want them to think they get a free pass. What they did was wrong." "You are right, but you won't be free from the anger until you forgive. It is like they have a hook in you and continue to control you through the pain and anger. Once you forgive, you cut that line so that you are finally free. It takes a while for the wounds to heal, but freedom can come quickly if you make the choice." "They didn't even say sorry," said Franklin. "It doesn't matter," Hannah replied. Franklin was puzzled. He had never thought about it that way before. "If I forgive, then I have to be nice to them and go back to the way things were. What if they do it again?" "Nope, that's not going to happen." Hannah responded, "You don't have to go back to the way things were before to forgive. Sometimes it's healthy to keep a distance, especially if you think someone will try to harm you. But you can let go of the anger and release the thoughts of revenge that keep consuming your mind." "So you're saying that forgiveness doesn't mean that I'm accepting what they did to me and I don't have to talk to them again or act like they never hurt me? It's just about me letting go of the anger?" "That's right. You can decide to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve it. You can be free from anger. It's not that nothing bad happened, but you aren't going to let the bad thing control you any longer," Hannah stated. Franklin suddenly felt a surge of hope. Was it true that he could finally be free from the anger? Before he could change his mind, he quickly decided to give it a chance. He decided to forgive. A calmness fell over him. Over the next couple of weeks, he thought back on the bad things that had happened, and each time he told himself that he was forgiving the other person for harming him. Each time he felt more and more free. He found himself laughing and enjoying the company of others. Something huge happened in his heart. Instead of thinking of seeking revenge, he had hope that the people who hurt him would be free as well. Franklin noticed that other kids seemed more comfortable around him since he forgave. They include him in their games and they wanted to be his friend. Instead of being full of rage and anger, Franklin now felt peaceful. The end. But there's also a counseling game that goes along with this. And so there's four different topics that the cards address. And so it's going to talk about anger, forgiveness, boundaries, and being able to control your thoughts. So it's important to control your thoughts because everything starts with a thought. Your thoughts trigger feelings, and your feelings will trigger behaviors. So, whenever you find yourself making bad choices and lashing out in anger, it means that there's some kind of thought going on that's triggering that whole process. And so, if we can go back and find out what the self talk statements are, then we could shut those down, rescript them, and develop new self talk statements so that different choices can be made. And then in the process, all of those negative, bad feelings that you've been experiencing will start to go away. And so that's what this game is all about. It's walking kids through the forgiveness process so that they can feel free and move on past the bad situation that happened, and they can bury it in the past. It doesn't mean they won't remember it, but it means that it's not going to continue to cause deep pain any longer. So it is a process. It takes time, but it all starts with that choice to forgive. And so, as kids learn all of these misconceptions about forgiveness and all of the things that typically hold people back from being able to forgive, they'll be able to finally experience freedom. So, they're no longer being held captive. So, I hope you've enjoyed this book and I hope you check out the game as well. You can find them on my website, pathwaystopeacecounseling.com. And I have lots of other resources, read aloud books, games, all sorts of stuff. So, go check it out. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you come back next time.